Despite 4 indictments amounting to 91 criminal charges in New York, Miami, Washington, and Atlanta, Donald Trump remains far and away the frontrunner for the Republican presidential nomination. That fact was confirmed in a Reuters Ipsos poll released Friday, which showed the former president with 52% support among Republican respondents, almost 40 points ahead of his closest rival. But his standing with independent voters is another matter, one that might make or break his chances in the general election.
So my name is Mark Clark. I live in Arizona. I'm basically an independent voter. I voted for Trump in 2016, and I won't vote for him in the future if he is the nominee.
Reuters spoke to self-identified independent voters in the crucial swing state of Arizona, which Democratic candidate Joe Biden snatched from Trump by a razor-thin margin in 2020. If Trump wants to take back the White House in 2024, he needs to win back independent voters here. But some, such as 77-year-old Mark Clark, tell Reuters Trump's false claims about the last election,
It's a rigged election,
make them less likely to support him in the next one.
Based upon all the evidence that we see, he's delusional. And I don't want to give anyone who has delusional characteristics 4 more years of presidency.
Independents are now the biggest voting bloc in Arizona, outnumbering Republicans and Democrats, according to data released last month by the Arizona Secretary of State. Reuters spoke to 15 independent voters in Arizona about Trump's arrest in Georgia on Thursday, and only one said they would likely support Trump next November. That voter said the Georgia indictment is, quote, a political hit job. But more often, they sound like Carolyn Van Oosten of Phoenix.
So I have voted for Republican candidates, but also for Democratic candidates. And at this point in time, I cannot see myself ever voting for Donald Trump.
and why is that?
And that's because he just is mocking our country, and he's mocking our systems.
The Georgia election, I think, encapsulates everything about him, that he tried to do a power grab.
That's Maureen Wood, an independent voter who's worked at the polls. She expressed sympathy for other poll workers who were, quote, terrorized by Trump supporters after he claimed there was fraudulent behavior. Others were repulsed by Trump's alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election and what they see as his role in instigating the January 6, 2021 assault on the U.S. Capitol by his supporters. A Trump spokesman did not comment on what he described as a small, unscientific sample of independent voters. Political strategists told Reuters that while the latest indictment will help Trump solidify support within his base and win the Republican nomination, his ability to capitalize on his legal troubles will be more limited in next year's general election. That's when he will have to win over more skeptical, moderate Republicans and independents.